Continuing with PowerPoint and charts. Got a chance to get around and look at your charts from the previous lesson. Doing a good job. A couple things that you really want to make sure that you take care of. Check your spelling. It's critical. Spelling be correct. So double check that. And the other thing is that you don't want to leave out critical information. Several of you left off the year 2015 for the Cal State enrollment. So you want to make sure you indicate the year. It's always good to label your x-axis and your y-axis. And then because we have two series of data, having a legend is always a good idea. A lot of times it's not necessary. In this particular case, we could actually do without this legend here because we've gone in and added some additional labels to give some meaning to these bars. So those are the critical components. A title, label on the X, label on the Y, somehow indicate either on the bars themselves or within the chart what it is, the series that we're graphing, and then perhaps a legend to give some meaning to that series of data. So next up, we want to take a look and explore a little bit of some of the different formatting features that we can utilize within PowerPoint. And so a lot of these features you already know from having used them when you made tables and also when we were editing pictures. So the first thing to do is come in here and let's do a duplicate of this first chart that we had created in that first lesson. And so you just simply Control C, shortcut to copy, and then Control V, and just make several copies of this same chart. So I think I've got about 10 of them here. And that way we can go through and do some practice and manipulate some of the different features of the chart. So the first thing I'm going to do on this particular one here is that some of these titles here are just a little bit, it could be a little darker, make them a little bit easier to read. And the thing that's nice about these charts is that you can format just about every element that there is on the chart. So first of all, let's start with the text here. So you can highlight that text and click on your format button, and you have the text fill option, and so you could pick a different color. I'm just going to pick a darker black right there. And the other thing you can do is you could format that text box right up here with the shapes. You could put a fill on there. You can put an outline if you want to show the actual borders of that box. So that's a way that you can adjust the text. You can also use the right click on the mouse button and come up with little shortcuts there. There's the fill and there's the outline. You can change the colors here. Let's click on, you can click on the individual series bars, and so I could right click that, and there's a fill, and so I could come in here and choose a different color. And so you can utilize those options. Try to come up with some nice contrasting colors. And so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as I had it before. And so that's some of the basics of just formatting some of the elements within the chart. So go ahead and practice some of those. Make sure you can do that. And then the next step will be to take a look at some of the preset design options. So we can click on the chart, in the chart tools, click on design, and then take a look at some of the different presets that are available here. Now this one here obviously requires that we make some adjustments, but because we use these text boxes, we can simply just move that. And because this particular design allows a little bit more space, we could come in and then reset the size of our text here. Make that a font size 10 for this particular one. Okay, and then I'm going to move to the next one, try something else out. Let's see what else there is that I can experiment with here. Click on the chart, design, and let's see what this is. All right, well, that provides a real dark background to give a little more contrast to our information. And once again, we'll have to make some adjustments to those text boxes that we had created, and we could change the size of those. So give that a go. Experiment with adjusting the text, fonts, colors, and then come on into the design and experiment with some of the different preset options that are available. And then I'll come around and take a look at those. So have a good time with those, and then we'll move on to our next lesson.